Okay, here we go, part 2. Like, share, subscribe, voice, advertising, word, please. Now, just a classical Rant guy. So, Doctor Who is ultra reckless. He proved it in the last season by letting several people die, or not care for them, or just sending them into danger. So, in this Christmas episode, what does happen? He goes to the first poor fucking guy that works at the hotel, and he just hijacks him with some charismatic bullshit, and he just puts him on the suitcase. Because he doesn't want to follow it, he makes up some crazy bullshit like if you follow somebody you have to get there first where he wants to be. But if you follow a complete stranger without any information, that's basically not possible. I mean, of course, in a time hotel you can just randomly go through doors and arrive at the place, but later he comes after the guy with the suitcase, so his plan to arrive first did not even work out, and he never did that before. So it was just some writing, some crazy ideas to manipulate this Trevor guy, who was played by a really good actor, I forgot the name, to go after the suitcase, even though Doctor Who has no clue why it's important and how dangerous it is, so you must assume it's deadly, because this is but it's the most time in his life. If you don't know what this thing is, you feel it's like important or dangerous, it's ultra deadly and ultra dangerous. So he sends this guy Trevor, which has no education as a spy or a warrior, just a guy from a hotel who happens to work there. I think it's also his beginning work. He just manipulates him to be his spy, and he sends him after the suitcase, and he instantly dies. The Trevor guy, a really nice guy, a bit jokey, a bit of a fun figure, he dies. The end. Afterwards, a bad copy of him, like a ChatGPT version of this person, gets uploaded into the Villain Guard network, which happened before. And before, one guy, because he was a father, he was ultra stupid and ultra simple, but he was a father, and therefore he was able to win against the AI of Villain Guard and to hack one memory program, was able to win against all of the AI of Villain Guard in another episode, so that was already bullshit. But now we have this this narrative that it is okay that you die for no good reason, just as long as you are saved in a machine, a ChatGPT version of you, and this ChatGPT version of you has glitches, like some bugs, and still has some character. This is fine. No, let's be honest, the Doctor sent him without knowing, and he sent him to die. So the Doctor just straight outright risked the life of another person in this episode, and he dies instantly. So the Doctor arrives after some shenanigans with the suitcase. We see everybody dying. Who the suitcase? When the suitcase leaves you, you will die for sure. So we don't know why. There has to be some effect on the wearer. Maybe it never gets explained. But later, of course, this will be counterfeited by the Doctor. So he goes now into a hotel room, and there is this blonde, very lonely woman. Her mother died during the pandemic, and because of the rules of the government, she wasn't able to be with her. And I really like that they did not say because of the sickness, they did say because of the rules. This is a very small difference, but a very important one. So, yeah, she's very sad and lonely, and she's in a bad mood, and she will always go to hotel rooms at Christmas, because that's her sad backstory. And there's also this hotel manager, Anita, who is a cool character, one of the only cool functioning characters in this episode. And there is a Silurian guy, which are basically lizard humans. And of course everybody's not thinking a lot of it, because, well, this guy just wearing a mask, obviously, at Christmas in a hotel, entering the wrong room, not leaving, talking weird shit, must be a cosplayer, right? Nobody's thinking any of it. So, yeah. The suitcase could easily snap on Doctor Who at any given time, but it doesn't. Even though he's like, yeah, you can give it to me, he does not. And also, one thing about the suitcase. If Villain Guard wanted their multi-quadrille star gazillion, ultra money prototype project, a star being born in a suitcase. This elaborate super weapon, they decide to send in AI controlled by organical transporters, which is not getting explained, and it never comes up again later. And you would ask yourself, why would a big company, like a galactical company, risk this shit to go wrong when a robot would have been sufficient? It's not like this hotel has any rules, anybody can enter in there. You just send a robot to the door, he puts the suitcase there. End of the story. Okay, but obviously the episode wouldn't happen then. So the blonde girl, the sad girl, reaches in, she takes the suitcase chooses her, and now she's cursed with the suitcase that kills everybody. The Silurian dies, and yeah, what's happening then? Yeah, of course, they look into the suitcase, and then the suitcase, then they know it's a star and it's a villain god, and the suitcase arms itself, and they need the code to disarm it. They disarm the first step, but then there's a second step with the code, and they only have 10 seconds, 15 or something. And just using a very lazy writing paradox, very, very lazy, which totally does not make sense. Actually, why? He gets the code from his future self. But let's look at future self tricks from Doctor Who. So when his future self helps him or does something for him or gives him something, like, okay, I think of, I'm gonna do this and then it will happen. You still have to do the shit. This is very linear. You still have to do all of it. You cannot just skip on the work. That's not possible. Like, because you will not get the information. So in no linear sense or in no timey-wimey, this method has ever been chosen. Of course, there were paradoxes like, oh, you never know what was first, the egg or the hen. This is cool because this is like what gave what. So it's alright with that. But there's always like, I think they exploited the barriers of storytelling here, and they were very lazy about it. He just has the code because he has the code from the future, but he never got the code in between. So normally what you would try to achieve is getting the code. But it's a paradox, so you can just say paradox and it works. Okay, they have the code, but the future doctor takes Anita and the suitcase with him, so the past doctor has to stay a year in the hotel. So the past doctor stays a year in the hotel and he becomes friends with Anita. Slash point, whatever, finish, end of the story. They become good friends. It's really nice, it's like a 3 minutes montage. It's okay, it's cool. But it's nothing special, but it's nice. He stays in the same room for no reason, other than maybe to survey the door that doesn't open. It will only open next Christmas. So he is there, and a year later, after he has this nice friendship with Anita, the door opens again. He's going into the future, doing some not important shit, going back through the other door in the other year, taking Anita and closing this loop. Now he has Anita, he talks her out of having the suitcase. This superhuman, it can basically control every alien race. I mean, we see it just control 2 races, but you have to assume that it can control a bit more. And still, why would you take such a risk? If a person gets emotional, that's enough to break the control of the AI? Why would you do that? Like, you are a weapon manufacturer, you know that persons are emotional. This can happen at any time. Like, anything makes people emotional. So yeah, well, he does make her angry, so the suitcase lets go of her. Because she's angry now. That did the trick. It's so stupid. And let me check here. Yeah, right, Trevor, the ghost of Trevor, helps them in some timey-wimey bullshit, like he's nice and he fulfilled his mission and it's cool that he did this. So it's not even, there never even is a backlash or a reflection of, oh, I sent this guy to his death, he's dead now. I'm talking to ChatGPT version of his memories. No, he's just a nice guy, and it's all cool between them. Like, it's not even a problem, you know. Dying, whatever. Continuing on. Somehow I forgot, honestly, it's because it's not important. Anita gets the suitcase again on her. And when she had it the first and the doctor breaks her conditioning, he even says, she's super happy, she's like smiling all the time and her eyes are very blank. And he says, you are conditioned. This is like the suitcase conditioning you. Later she has the suitcase again and she acts again like she's conditioned. So you cannot tell the difference. There is not like a hint to what even is the difference. In the end, she has the suitcase and it's very funny, you look at her from the back and it's like she's munching the star. So she turns around, she is the star now, she has apparently eaten the star. And she acts super creepy. She acts in a very similar way to when she was conditioned before. And then she just talks random shit. But serious. She's just like, yeah, you need a friend. And he's like, yeah, you're right. He just made a friend. Just like 3 minutes screen time ago, he made a friend. He lived a year, even not necessary, at one place, and bound himself to a person. He did that before. Like, yeah. One version of him is in retirement. He also has memories of this, like how he chilled there. He chilled with Amy, he chilled with so many people. So it's such bullshit that they are like, you don't live normal orders and you don't have friends. He just made a friend and he did that a lot. So she's telling him, you're sad as well, you have to make friends, do that, do this, and I'm good now. And she totally looks mind-fucked. She is, in that moment, the victim of a weapon. And she's going to die. Of course. There is no, like, memory in a star. It's a chemical thing. It's like burning. And as every other person, she will die. And she does. She dies. She's like becoming a star. It's never explained why Willengard needs people to be a part of the star, but because of timey-wimey bullshit, she is the star of the past, and then she's the star of Bethlehem, and then she's the star that shines on her mother's deathbed, which is basically like, yeah, she's a star, she's making light. Light is nice, because light shines on everything that needs light, and without light, there wouldn't be lots of bad things. Yeah. So that's the end. She dies. Remember, enemy number one, a suitcase made by Willengard, with the goal to become a star. Mission accomplished. The villain won. Everything else was just nice talk by a conditioned, very sad, very broken, emotional lady. We don't have any clue that anything of what she is speaking is the truth. It's just her opinion. It's the opinion of a very, very mind-fucked person. And so it ends with nice music. It tries to tell us it is a happy end, where, in fact, the doctor failed to stop the villain. He just killed a person on the way, and also the villain won. The villain got exactly what he wanted. So, joy to the world. Yeah, joy your ass. What a crazy bullshit. I can't really believe it. Such a bad episode.